Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. Guess what? I am fully moved into my new apartment. I am so happy. I am so happy. Good morning. You guys thought I wasn't going to show up, huh? You guys thought T's going to take the Monday off. I bet some of you were thinking, you were second guessing me. I know it. You guys were like, yeah, he's not going to show up. He's moving his apartment. How is he going to show up? There is no way he's going to do it. Guess what? I did it. I moved in yesterday, and today I am here and I have a new system. Obviously, everything's not perfectly set up the way that I do want to set it up yet, but I guarantee by the end of this week, everything's going to be perfectly set up. And no more laggy internet. My internet is blazing fast. In fact, I'm actually pretty proud of how fast it is. I kind of want to show you guys. I don't know. I don't think I've used gigabit internet before, and this is pretty fast. I think I want to say it's fast. It's supposed to be a gig, right? But this is close to it, and I'm happy with that, I'm happy with the 800, 900. Yeah, I'll take it, Well, welcome into the live stream. It's New Ticker Monday. You guys know what day it is. We have a new ticker, and it is NIO for this week. It's going to be a interesting week ahead. Markets are looking interesting as well. I have a new setup here, so bear with me as I get settled into a new system and figure things out with this new system. And also by the end of this week, I'm hoping to add more little gadgets to this little stream, make an overlay for it, and yeah, so this stream's gonna get upgraded. This is phase 1 upgrade. You see the screen's different, everything's different. But the breakdown's still gonna be the same. So let's get it today. Welcome in. Hope that you guys have had a great weekend. This is gonna be, and also, the sound should be better because I got one of these pop mic filters. Now you should be able to hear me really crystal clear. I'm so excited, guys. I don't know what it is. It's something about moving to a new apartment, having a new setup, having everything ready and to go. I'm so ecstatic. And yeah, so let's get this today. Let's see, look at the news first. I actually haven't looked at the news yet, so no thank you, Bloomberg, you suck. No signs of pandemic slowing down as COVID cases top 40 million. Sounds bad, guys. Sounds bad. I don't know why, but sounds bad. U.S. futures rise on stimulus hope, bonds fall. So I think they were saying something about stimulus on the way or something like that, and then Tesla to start exporting China-made Model 3 cars to Europe. That's actually pretty big. It might actually cause a Tesla movement today. Let's actually have a look at Tesla's moving pre-market here. Let's see here, 446. Yeah, up about $7. I want to say not too bad. $7 is all right. It still continues to consolidate here. I'm telling you, Tesla is prepping for a pretty monster move. I kind of want to say it's prepping for a monster move. Okay, now that's two descending triangles now. A mini descending triangle within another mini descending triangle. I think if it breaks out here, it's really going to extend and pop to the upside. So we'll see what happens here. But, I think Tesla's been consolidating for a while now. So let's see what happens. Now, let's see. Thailand, Oh, there's a big coup thing happening in Thailand, huh? That thing's wild. I mean, I'm thinking about it and it's like crazy. Top China editor says common sense for U.S. fear the detentions. And migration plunges. Yeah, that's not a Dyson sells Singapore a 3-story penthouse for $62 million. And so, people in Singapore doing Singaporean things, right? By the way, if you are a Singaporean attending this stream, I would like to hear from you. I kind of want to see how many of my own people are here, And in case you were wondering where I moved to Tampines. So, if you got, I know everyone else on the west side is probably like, what the hell did he just say? Yep, there is a place in Singapore called Tampines. There is a place in Singapore called Tampines. And some would call it Tampines, but it's actually called Tampines. So, yeah, just a fun fact. Just a fun fact for you guys. Okay, Bloomberg, nothing there. Not much. I think it says stocks rise on stimulus hope. So we're kind of hoping for something here, right? We're hoping. And I think that's more bullish slanting than bearish slanting, which means maybe news headlines are starting to price in some kind of a bullish move, okay? Let's see. That means, actually, that might set up a precedent for a bullish run today. But we'll get to that in a second. Stocks future rise on stimulus. Stocks are the same headline on Wall Street Journal here. European banks await green light for cash dividend payments. Credit scores rise amid recession. Oh wow, what? Scrambling lender. Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Okay, so credit scores go up. And this is interesting, huh? You would expect the credit scores to go down, but the thing is, because now the way credit is determined has to change. So that's the reason why credit scores go up. That I'm gonna have to read that article. I feel like there'll be some interesting stuff in there, especially just structural interesting stuff. Generally speaking. And then we have what else? Runway ATP, Hong Kong's exchange, SPAC bubble. Okay, COVID-19, consciously, aircraft war. All right, cool. Not much else here. I'll read that later. Pre-market movers. Let's have a look. Dow Jones, Apple up about 0.8%, 1.3 million shares. I feel like Apple trades hella pre-market. I don't know why. Boeing up about $1. That's another one I was watching last week. I was hoping for it to pop. Still hasn't popped. It might be coming down to close this gap again. Boeing's the new Roku, guys. Boeing goes broku after rallying all the time now. So I'm gonna wait for a break above this 176 to get in. To be honest, it's just like it's not reliable at this point. And let's see here, Microsoft up a little bit. By the way, remember all these companies are posting earnings this week. Okay. Wait, there's a whole bunch of them. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we have in store for the week. So. This week, here we go, and we want just US, no UK. Apply, cool. Oh, and yeah. Okay, Monday, Honeywell, okay, Halliburton, What else? Banks, Suncoke Energy, not many others here. Wait, why is it giving me Canadian stuff as well? Come on, man, filter. Why you don't work? No Canada, right? And then let's see, importance. Let's go 3 and 2 at least, and yeah, perfect. Okay, there we go, a little better. So, Netflix on Tuesday, Lockheed Martin, Synchrony Financial, this one owned by Berkshire Hathaway, quite a bit of it, Comerica, another bank, Tesla, Wednesday, Verizon, Abbott, Thermo Fisher, Next Era on Wednesday, LAM, this is always a good earnings to play, Chipotle, Ceilings, this is a rumor acquisition by AMD. If something gets released by AMD or Ceilings on Wednesday in their earnings report, expect the stock to pop. Align, that's another one. NASDAQ itself is going to be reporting earnings on Wednesday. Whirlpool, that's another good one. Intel, Thursday. Coca-Cola, AT&T, whole bunch of crazy companies. SiriusXM, Capital One, the Dow on Thursday. VeriSign, Southwest Airlines. I personally am bullish on Southwest Airlines for earnings. Okay, that's about American Express and yada yada. Wait a minute, I thought Microsoft and a bunch of companies were reporting earnings this week. Am I confused or what? Okay. Well, if you guys are here for the live stream and you guys are enjoying it so far, make sure you guys smash the like button. Welcome back to this Monday live stream. We're going to be covering NIO very shortly here as the new ticker of the week. New stream, new everything. Layout's going to be changing over the next few streams. We're going to slowly inch our way towards this new setting for this stream. And so, okay, that's the pre-market on investing, Burlington Squares, on semiconductors, pre-market movers here, FireEye, your weekly FireEye sale. I saw that stock just rallies every week. And okay, not much else. Okay, let's have a look at the SPY and NASDAQ technical update here. So, gotta look at this little fib here. I want to change this color to white. Wait a minute, what just happened? Oh, this one. There we go. Okay. Okay. Nice bounce on 61.8 as we had said would happen. And now we're kind of, so this was the 61.8 and then now we're kind of bouncing up towards 38.2. I do see a mini head and shoulders here forming. But then we broke through even the shoulder pattern, and you know what? It's not like it was a big deal here. Watch for a bounce on 23.6. Looks like we might head there on this bottom, channel. Expect possibly a short-term bearish bounce. There's a possibility, I want to say. That's what it's looking to me, at least. Short-term bearish bounce on this 23.6 here for the NASDAQ before we get up here again for earnings. And then depends on how these companies do for earnings. Banks did relatively okay for earnings, so I don't expect us to do extremely bad this quarter, actually. So let's see how it goes. Let's see. Wasn't Amazon 22nd? No, actually, they moved Amazon. I think it was 29th, right? That's what it said. Microsoft 27th now. So okay, so all of them are reporting next week. Sorry, my bad. I felt like it was okay. So I guess they're reporting next week then. I feel like, okay, TradingView threw me off there. That's what happened here, because this one says 22nd. Oh, now they changed it. Smart, good job. And Apple is next week as well, 29. There we go. And Microsoft is 29, 27. Microsoft. Okay, cool. All right then, that's settled. So at least we know when these earnings are going to happen. We got to, get ahead of these things. So expect many of these stocks to rally, though. Okay, now another interesting thing is, have a look at this, though. Do you see what this is? low key cup and handle, right? Low key cup and handle. I see a cup and handle. I don't know what you see, but I see a cup and handle. There's a nice little cup, and then there's a handle, right? And so a breakout from here would send this QQQ, you know, rallying to the top here. Also, this is also a bull flag, low key, right? If you go into a smaller time frame here, 1 hour time frame, you can literally see a nice little bull flag forming. Let's see here, move this down. There we go. So kind of like a nice bull flag. Not a perfect one, but it's pretty decent. We'll see if we can break out of it. That'll be nice. Also could be a, let's see. It could also be a symmetrical triangle, but not the best. So I prefer this as a bull flag, to be honest. Okay then. Now, let's see if the same thing's happening on SPY. Kind of. No, not really. QQQ looks a little nicer with that nice little cup and handle there. Yeah, I mean there's one on the SPY as well, and it's starting to show a bounce over here. So this, you know, this little level here, nice little bounce. Huh. Okay, now looking at NASDAQ, I think that today may be a day where we get like a very bullish, how do you say, kind of bullish buying in the beginning of the day and then a sell-off later. Or it could be a sell-off now and then bullish buying later. It kind of depends. Basically, watch for NASDAQ to come down to 23.6 fib here before reversing back up here. And I think that, you know, people are going to get bullish ahead of earnings here. I think it's going to happen. It's just when is it going to happen? And so I want to say that it's more than likely going to be like a either like a bear trap or a bull trap. But I think that you shouldn't play anything right off the bat when the market opens. That's my recommendation. And talking about, let's read some of these comments here. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in. Good morning. Sounds great. Sound is great. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, I'm happy because I bought a new mic with a pop filter, so it should sound much better. Good morning, guys. Morning, morning. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the congratulations. We needed the grind. Don't stop. Hell yeah, Miss Juliet. You know it. Morning, morning. Missed the stream. Got back from much needed vacation break. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad that you had a great vacation. That's dope. Good morning, T. Excited for this earnings week. Yep, me too, Landon. Welcome back to the stream. Nice to have you here. Good morning, Shri. What's up? How are my mods doing? Good morning, Santosh. What's up? Alora, hi. Hi, Joanne. The screen share is hella clear. Nice. Is it really? Is it better? I'm so happy it is. That's awesome. I know that's you that bought the $500 million penthouse. I hope. Nah, 62 mil. Wasn't Amazon second? Yeah, so that's what we're just saying here. Apple, October 29th, Tuesday and Thursday next week. Yep, Snap 27. Okay. Hedge positions after earnings. I'd say, yeah, I would say actually halfway through earnings, not after. Earnings season is going to be super long. Remember that. You can't, like, I would say after major tech. Okay, so here's my strategy. I want to say 1 to 3 days before major tech stops reporting. That's when I'm going to start, like, you know, shorting the market or hedging against the market. Personally, because I think even though the earnings season is going to bring good news, I think that investors are going to be very jittery ahead of elections. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, volatility is going to start to increase, yada yada. So let's have a look at the VIX here. Let me put that on there, and you can see the VIX here gapping up. Actually, this is actually something to be worried about. This is low-key something to be worried about. I did not see that when I did my morning analysis. So this is actually something to be worried about. The market is pricing in fear and volatility, right? And you can see the VIX is about to go through this golden cross right now, actually. The 50 crossing over the 150, 200 here. That may bring some problems. So I would say low-key, be careful trading the market this week. It seems to me like we want to go bearish. It might be possible to retest this low here, the 61.8 again, multiple times. The 200 moving average has been holding a solid support though, so expect these flushes down to kill out any, weak hands, stuff like that. They're going to be very possible this week, okay? Even if it's earnings season, very possible. So be extremely on your toes. My recommendation, don't be swinging anything in this environment. Don't be swinging anything, okay? So I took some lotto calls that are probably going to be dead on Amazon. 3292. Where is... Oh, well, they're not that dead. I have some 300-400 calls. So maybe, I don't know. It's expiring this week though. But let's see if Amazon can retrace back up there. We actually closed down here and opened back here. That's actually decent. We'll see what happened to Amazon. But yeah, I think with Amazon reporting earnings next week, it's going to be one of those things as well, where people are going to start pricing in some bullishness, and let's hope that actually happens, because my options need some help. Now going into NIO here, I want to go through NIO a little bit because that's the ticker of the week. I did a little bit of technicals earlier. Want to see what you guys think here. I was looking at the fibs here for this ticker. So let me actually move these. Excuse me. Ooh, damn. I'll move these here. Move this right here. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna try and squeeze this in as much as I can. Yeah, that looks good. That looks perfect, actually. Okay, now this stock has had an unbelievable run up. Okay, and I actually discussed NIO with my Everyday Growth Advisors mentees last week. Okay, so in the EGA course, we actually went through NIO as the ticker that we were going through during our live lesson. And I'm not going to show you the intrinsic valuation yet, but here's, we did an intrinsic valuation and a full breakdown. I always do a full write-up. So I'll share that with you guys and tell you guys what we actually uncovered last week. Now, just to go through a little bit about this company. Yes, I know that this company doesn't have enough, history, all right? And by the way, thank you guys, all 143 of you guys, for turning up for this stream. Make sure you guys smash the like button if you like this live stream so far, and it really helps me out because it lets the YouTube algorithm recommend this stream to others. If you could honestly just take a second out of your day and hit the like button and the thumbs up button, that would really make my day. I really want to try and get to 100 likes today if that is possible. Honestly, that would be a really nice goal. And if you help me towards that, I would truly appreciate you. So hit that like button if you like what we do over here. This is a purely educational stream that runs from Monday through Friday. I run a live stream. We actually just upgraded the stream today. New computer, new everything. And over the course of this week and this next 3 weeks, this stream is going to go through considerable changes to bring more amazing, valuable content to you guys on a weekly basis. For those who are attending in for the first time ever, we do a new ticker every week, and this week's ticker is going to be NIO. On Tuesdays, we go over a webinar, and Thursdays as well. So for this week, the 2 webinars are going to be, let me show you. On Tuesday, we have playing the ER run-up, the top 5 tips on how to play earnings, okay? Which is going to be the earnings season coming up now, so it makes sense for me. I thought it would make sense for me to go through this with you guys, okay? And then the next one is going to be high success rate trading setups using volume and OBV indicators. So showing you how to use volume and OBV to really find some high success rate trade setups, okay? So those are going to be the webinars for Tuesday and Thursday. So Tuesday playing the ER run-up, and then Thursday the volume and OBV, which is what, and by the way, so we vote on this kind of stuff every Friday. So I recommend you guys turning up on Friday, because on Wednesday we go through the fundamentals of the set introduced stock of the week, which is NIO. So Wednesday we'll do a fundamental analysis on the stock, figure out the intrinsic value, and then on Friday we'll have a recap Friday where we pick the next week's ticker and at the same time choose what we're going to do for the webinar. So, being through this journey with us, really, it's been great so far. Every single ticker we have chosen has done really great. Okay. Now, going through NIO here, obviously, people who've attended this live stream for a while, you would know that there's no way that I would buy this up here, right? Now, what do I feel comfortable doing here? I actually feel most comfortable selling calls over here, okay? Calls for like a month out. I think those would be great in the short term for you to collect some nice premium on these, and you could sell them for fairly cheap. You're looking at like, I mean, not cheap, but I'm saying you don't have much of a capital outlay, right? Thinking about it, each share is about $28.55. You need about collateral about 2.8K. Selling one contract would probably net you. Let's have a look at it. Options, volatility, IVs. Stock options, ticker IVs. Does anybody have like a report? I think there is a repository. Actually, I can go in my phone and have a look at them. Hold on one second. Let me just go through this exercise to explain it to you guys. So looking at NIO here, it's just much simpler if I go through my phone here. I prefer training on my phone anyway. I never train on my computer by the way, guys. So looking at 20th November here, let's say you sell a $29 call on NIO. You're actually looking at 363 in credit, okay, for each call you sell. You could do a call spread if you want it, okay, and then not need to use collateral if you wanted to do that. But if you sell a call here, you get $363. Your initial outlay is going to be $2,856. Okay, that's going to be about a little over 10. So 300. You receive $363. 363 divided by 2,856. About a 12% return on your money. All right, but it's safer. It's safer. Now, the thing is that these contracts have a IV of 109%. That's the reason why I prefer selling calls here instead of buying puts. Okay, because if you try to buy puts here, what's going to happen is even the puts are going to be expensive. Okay, so you're actually going to overpay for anything that you try to buy here. This is the strategy with NIO here. Okay. So if you're talking, look here. So what I'm trying to explain here is IVs at 109%, okay, for both calls, puts. So those are generally high IVs, right? Okay, you don't really want to have high IV, right? You want to have let's go black. There we go. Now it's a much better idea to sell calls above a lower risk. Okay, and if you do get remember selling calls above at a month out expiry, these will carry a low risk. All right, this is a strategy that I would prefer here. Okay, because with high IVs at 109%, both calls and puts are going to be slightly higher priced. You don't want to be overpaying for contracts here. What you can do instead is sell those contracts to other people and gain, like a nice little, what is this? 12%, right? 12 to 14%. Now, because the IVs are so high, and if NIO stock price depresses very quickly here back to the 26, 25 level, which it will in the near future, it has to within the next month, right? I know they have earnings coming up on November, right? Okay, so earnings are far away. This stock has to retrace down before it goes back up, right? So it's just going to take a while to get there. And the longer it hangs up here, it just shows that buyers are fatiguing, right? And so if buyers are fatiguing, what you want is the supply to catch up. People start getting tired of holding these shares, and they start to let go. That's when you want to be an option seller here. You sell some calls on people who think that NIO is going to keep going, right? And I'm not saying that it can't keep going. All I'm saying is even if it does keep going, what you can do is roll these calls out further, roll them up and out, right, into a later expiry. I think this would be a much more safer and a better approach to play this right now, okay? Just from a technical standpoint, all right? Just looking at this from a technical standpoint. So you don't really want to be buying calls or puts here, even though, yes, insane amount of volume, don't get me wrong, very bullish movement here, okay? Extremely, I'm personally extremely bullish on this stock. But then there are a couple of caveats, all right? So let me give you guys the lowdown. First of all, look at the little bit of a revenue. Just FYI, what does NIO first of all even do? NIO is a car company. Think of it as the competitor towards Tesla in China. So NIO Inc. operates in China premium electric vehicle market. The company designs, jointly manufactures and sells smart and connected premium electric vehicles, driving innovations in next generation technologies, connectivity, autonomous driving, and artificial intelligence. Its model includes the EP9, ES, and da-da-da. Now, tell me that these do not look like Tesla cars. Alright, this is, doesn't this look like somewhat like the Roadster? Isn't it insane? Okay, obviously it doesn't look exactly like the Roadster, but it does look a lot like the Roadster. Okay, this is one of their other sedans. No, I think sorry, SUVs. What is this? Another sedan. I think they also have a sedan. Oh yeah, there you go. This is the other one. ES8 SUV, and it's a fighter against a Tesla Model Y. And then they also have like a. It's kind of weird. So I'm not really sure why. I think there's a market for these SUVs type vehicles in China. But then the thing is, just demographic wise, if you are a person who's ever been to China, you would know that it's not actually a place where people have lots of kids. So I'm kind of wondering why they have so many seats in their cars. Maybe they just like the luxury. That's probably what it is. Company sells vehicles through its own sales network, including NIO Houses, NIO Spaces, and their mobile applications. And then the majority of revenue is earned from selling vehicles. Okay. And we're going to go through the fundamentals on Wednesday, so we'll go through those. Now, this company, yes, doesn't have a lot of financials, but the financials that it does have, it's been actually doing pretty decently with revenues here. Bringing in about 200 million USD per quarter. And the last quarter, the reason why the stock has recently popped is because their revenue almost doubled, and their growth is over 130%. Okay. So their revenues are increasing at a nice pace here. I think this is a growth stock right now. Okay, it's a growth stock. It has growth potential, right? Assets and liabilities wise, company's looking all right, but not really the best here in terms of interest coverage. They have some debt that they've taken on, which obviously in the early stages of any business, you don't expect these people to be profitable, all right? In fact, the fact that they even have a positive current ratio is quite a impressive thing already, right? More assets and liabilities in a phase like this where they're growing. You got to understand, like companies that just start off, especially a electric vehicles manufacturer, is going to face a lot of headwinds. So this company is probably going to end up, operating in a duopoly, right? A duopoly with Tesla. So, I definitely cannot draw with my mouse. Wow, that sucks. Duopoly. This is so hard. Yeah, I definitely can't draw with my mouse. You guys are going to have to deal with my writing. Now, so here's a quick summary of what I had found. All right. If NIO continues to smash deliveries, all right, it looks like a good growth stock. All right, the next quarter deliveries is going to be the important trajectory for this company. All right. Now, the thing is that COVID just recently hit. I don't know how that's going to really affect the Chinese economy. Like, are people going to hold back? That's one thing. Another thing is cash position's good, margins are improving, and deliveries are improving, and demand is improving. That's the reason why this stock is actually popping. Okay, that's the second thing. Now, the only thing that I see here in the long run, all right, is the possibility of inconsistency. Okay, not that. No. This is what I want, red. Okay. So consistency is the only problem that I want to that we will see here. Okay, and the company has to prove consistency to get more investors on board, like serious investors on board. Okay, right now they're not like really having any serious investors, right? But I would say on the next dip towards $23, I want to pick up some stock and hold it into the next delivery as a small little bet. Okay. So obviously I'm not going to pick up shares here, right? Way too expensive here, up at 28. I wanted to come down to 23, this region here. So let me plot it for you guys. This little region here would be a nice little region to buy. Down here, 22 to 23. Of course, selling calls up here and then waiting for it to come down. Sell calls up here, buy puts if you can on the way down. And then on the way down, you buy back those calls, sell off those puts, and then what do you do here? You buy some calls and you sell some puts here, and then you ride this back up the other way, right? So that would be the smart thing to do here, to trust NIO, to basically play this on both sides, right? And if it moves your way, but I obviously definitely don't think buying puts here makes sense at all. I think sell calls better. You can collect some credit. It's not a whole lot of money, but it's better than nothing, and you can roll those puts out for further credit. You're only risking about $2,800, and you get like a 14-15% return. Okay. What was the other thing I was saying? Right, and then the guidance for deliveries look good as well, by the way, and they're aiming for a 120 to 130% range of year-over-year delivery growth. But yeah, as I was saying, I think they will operate in a duopoly with Tesla. Okay. Now here's one thing that was interesting. Not super interesting, but it makes sense, and I just say it. I observed it from the 10Q while reading the 10Q. So one thing is that R&D spending has been severely depressed in the past quarter. And it's probably just management's move to inflate the balance sheet and improve profitability. That was one thing. Also, cutbacks because of COVID, right? This may be something that to note down. Okay, as R&D increase spend, then you'll see a more normalized balance sheet. So you got to take that into account. Okay, their range of product offerings are good as well for a family style, which is also very interesting, as I was saying, because Chinese culture is not to have a lot of kids. Okay. So those are the few things that I am looking at for NIO here, which I found oddly interesting, and I think that near term we'll see correction downward and then play this out the way that it's supposed to play out. Yeah, definitely looking a little bearish on NASDAQ. Okay, nice. We're 25 likes away from 100 likes. Do you think we can get there? If you're here for the live stream, thank you for attending. Welcome in. Make sure you smash the like button and also subscribe if you haven't. We do this from Monday to Friday, so I hope that you're enjoying your time here. Okay, nice. So I covered NIO here, and so as a play. I just told you what I want to play. Did I just delete? There we go. Okay, cool. Let's keep this here because. Okay, there we go. That's the play which I'm going to be probably taking today, depending on what I see in the market. Especially if the market sells off abruptly, then we may see a perfect opportunity here to sell this rip. Even better if you get a push up here, I would sell calls, to be honest. In the money calls even, possibly. Okay. Let's have a look at these tickers here. Snapchat, $27 call, November 20th. Isn't this company reporting earnings soon? Yeah, it is. Wow, what a nice uptrend. It's reporting earnings tomorrow. Well, the thing is, you're gambling at this point, right? I mean, the thing is, anything that you play through earnings is a 50-50 flip. So I can't, okay, if you ask me what movement this is a bullish movement up. Now, whether it's going to beat earnings, that's another thing, right? I don't know. I do not know. I haven't really been following this company that much, to be honest. I have an Amazon 1023 3100 I got for earnings a few weeks ago. Would you recommend rolling out to 30th? Up nicely so far. We're going to drop on Friday. I would. Well, Amazon's at 3294 pre-market here. To be honest, I would hold it. Yeah, I would hold it. This drop was insane. I mean, nobody expected this drop. But yeah, I would hold it, to be honest. That's what I would do, Kylie. Good morning. How do I feel about Apple? I feel bullish. Thoughts on credit spreads? Yep, that's what I was saying. Possible. Credit spread is a good play with NIO. Hi T, CCL 1450 call 1030. CCL 1450 calls 1030. Oh, I see here. One wave, two waves. Yeah, this looks actually pretty decent here. I would say wait for the break above 1450 and you're good to go, right? Wait for the break right above this here. And that should be actually a great entry point there. Oops, I didn't mean to make that pink. Let's do purple. This should be a great entry point if you can get another couple waves up here. So let's say you get another 1, 2, 3 bounce on this. Enter this to the upside. That looks good. That's what I would do. Amazon spread after that Friday look. Yep, that's true. You know that Amazon. You could have taken a debit spread on Amazon, and you would have actually made bang on Friday. Like if you were taking that at the end of the day, if you took a debit spread to the upside, I think you would have made pretty decent money. You know, just I mean it's limited, but you would have definitely maxed out the gains there. Microsoft 225 calls for 1023. Wait, that's not covering earnings. That's just this week. 225. Oh man, you're betting on an all-time high push here. Well, not an all-time high push. You're betting on a retracement back to highs here. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but just be careful, like with your expectations here. You know, as I said, expect another dip before a rip, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think your expiry is too short there. I think 1023, you're gonna lose a lot of time value very quickly there. What was SPEXP to sell NIO calls? Well, we didn't really put an expiry or a strike. I would do 29s or 28 calls that you sell, and I would do it for a month out. So like maybe November 20th or something. That's what I would do. They got a stipend for every EV that hits market. That's true. Also, John brought up a good point here. These NIO vehicles, they're actually incentivized, right? I think the government incentivizes them. Pretty sure. So that's one thing about NIO, right? Government incentivizes each EV that hits the market, but I don't think Tesla gets the same. So that might be another reason why people want to go, because China's going green, right? So that's probably the reason. Thank you so much, guys. 93 likes, 7 more to go. If you're enjoying the stream so far, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. And then make sure you subscribe. We run this stream every Monday through Friday. Stream's getting a big upgrade this coming week, so I would really love it if you came by more often. This is the EGA tribe, by the way. T, you say now it's not a good time to swing trade due to volatility. Would it be okay to buy Tesla 470, 1113, or 1120? You should we get confirmation. Let's see. So I do like Tesla. Remember, I mentioned multiple times here. You know, break out of this wedge here, and you know it would be really bullish if it can continue its momentum up here. And I think today might be a good day to play Tesla. If it dips here, I may get into some calls like 460, 470 calls, maybe even weekly calls, right? Play those to the upside. That's what I'm thinking, Landon. Weekly for Tesla on a Monday or Tuesday is okay, but then the moment you go into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I don't like playing the same week. I like to go the next week. But I see your strike is definitely possible, and I think yeah, you should get it. But remember, they're reporting earnings, right? They're reporting earnings this week. Okay, so in 2 days. So be careful. Fastly 100, 1030. Didn't that company get completely obliterated recently? Yep, it did. $100 calls. I wouldn't touch this right now. This is looking crazy now. Huge gap down, and I think that this is like the opposite of a short squeeze. I think this is like the opposite of like people going overly bullish, hoping for it to cover the gap, and then now like everybody's just like short selling the stock down. I think that's what's happening here. You gotta wait for a wave up here. I wouldn't recommend, you know, I mean, if you really want to, this is probably the spot, but I don't feel comfortable trading this right now. I would say wait for the retracement here and then play the gap up. That would be much better. EHTH, $90 calls for 11.20. Isn't this one? Isn't Kevin Fomo called this one as well? $90 calls. Yeah, it looks decent. I mean, let's look at the long-term trend here. Yeah, it's looking good. One wave here, two waves. Yeah, looking awesome. Yeah, I think it's a good time to buy this one. To be honest, I like it. I like this play. EHTH. You gotta have some patience though. It looks like it moves very slowly. So it looks like November. That should be okay. I think you should be good. You should be okay with that. NVIDIA 550 calls for the end of this week. No, next week. NVIDIA 550s, you said? Yeah, you should be okay. I like NVIDIA. I like the stock. I think they're going to beat earnings. Nice little bounce on this demand zone here as well, right? You can see. It's a nice little demand zone here that you got to bounce on. It keeps dipping up. It keeps dipping here, touching this, going back up. Dipping here. It's like a liquidity void here, I would say. Yeah, I would say that's okay. Good morning, T. I'm on an AMD 861030 IV dropped insanely, but still decent hold. Let's have a look. AMD 861030. I just bought AMD CPU, so as I said, okay. So remember, I was talking about AMD calls, and what we wanted initially was for AMD to come down into this region here, and I don't know if we will. It probably will come down into this region, this purple box here. This is where we want to be buying. But I did take some calls, I believe. Yeah, I did. Wait, hold on. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I did take some calls. I feel like I did. I don't know if I... Yep, I did take AMD calls. I took $88 calls for the end of... Wait a minute. What's my strike here? Yep, the end of October. So 30th October. I know it's playing it close, but I'm playing the earnings on this one. So it's not a very big bet on my end, probably like, I don't know, 2%, 1%, so I don't really care that much. It's like a lotto play. $88 calls right up here, kind of betting for it to go back up here. So that's what I'm playing. AMD. RKT, $26 calls, 1023. Let's have a look. $26 calls for 1023. Oh. I don't like this one. Unfortunately, I don't like it. You know, it's still in a bearish phase if you think about it, right? It's still in a bearish phase. It hasn't really come out of this trend that's in. It's still in the bearish phase. I haven't seen it break into higher highs yet. So, yeah, it's making higher highs here, but it's still going, like, it's starting to make lower highs again, you know? So I don't know. You got to watch this one a little bit. I feel like it might pop, but I wouldn't play it. Good morning. How do you feel about Facebook for this week? I haven't even looked at it. Let's have a look. Facebook looking like it's going to do a bouncy, probably. A bouncy on this level here. Possible mini cup and handle. No, not really. I don't know. Bouncy. That's what I see. Are you still bearish on Peloton 1031-10 puts? I scalped those and I got out. I didn't bother to play them for a long time. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you could still be bearish on this. RSI is barely cooling off here. I think this is just the start of this downtrend. I think that it's good to short Piton here for a while. You know, taking some puts on this. Some volume. Did it flow out though? Oh, volume came back in. I mean, it wouldn't be a completely bad idea if it rallies a little bit more and then you short it, right? Like 132.50, short that again. That would probably be a better idea. That's what I would do, Sean. Piton 130 puts. That's in the money puts. Jeez. Wow. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah, BB, what? CRM, 270 calls. I like CRM. Yeah, Yeah, this one I like. Absolutely. Good one. Yeah, I kind of want to take calls on this one, especially playing this up to, you know, close to earnings and stuff like that. I think it's a good one to hold. CRM 270 calls should be okay, in my opinion. It's the top of this resistance here, the top of the channel. Yep, you should be okay. Kevin called out Microsoft one. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. But you know, Kevin, Kevin's you know, he's a pretty risk taker. So sometimes he can take risk, and you know, I really enjoy his trades though. So Baba 315 calls 1030. Ooh, I feel like your strike might be a bit too high. Damn, son. Baba with the crazy. Wow. Yeah, this stock, man. You got a load of this. I mean, I think this stock will be like at 400, like within no time. The amount of gaps on this, more than my teeth. Jeez. Let me delete all these trend lines away because I feel like I can't see a thing here. And this fib, actually. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff there. Okay, new chart altogether, I guess. So let's have a look at Baba here. Alright, so for people who always ask me how I do my analysis, so I start with the daily chart here, right? And then, you know, I'm looking for a specific trend, I'm looking for a specific thing, right? The first thing that I do is try to find the top and the bottom channel, right? Try to align these channels up here, right? And you can see the perfect channel right here, right? You can see how it lines up with these candles right here, these wicks here, another one here, these two over here. And it's okay if it spills out a little bit. You obviously can't have a perfect alignment, right? You try to align them the best that you can, right? And then you have the top. You have the top. Now actually easier thing for you to do is to use this parallel channel thing, right? And then you draw the top channel here, right? And so you want it to touch the most number of candles there. Boom, there you go. And then you draw the bottom channel, and boom, that's it. Now you have an upward channel, right? Okay, so now from the upward channel, you can pretty much see what the trend line would be. I like to use black and keep the thickness a little less thicky, sorry. And then, yeah, okay, so that's your trend line for now. And that's on the daily, okay? That's on the daily. I'm charting this on a daily time frame. And then I go into the 4 hour. Now I have access to more candlesticks and more information, right? Because otherwise, Baba's chart looks like a nightmare to deal with. Too many gaps, right? And if you want to fix this problem, what you can do is also use Heikin Aishi candles, okay? Then you get a nice smooth out chart, right? Like this. If you guys ever like have OCD and don't like seeing gaps, here, the Heikin Aishi candle helps you solve that, okay? Kind of covers all those gaps up. All right, so you can do that, and then go over to the 1 hour and now start plotting your target. So now Baba looks like it's consolidating up here and has to come down at least to this level here, which is the dual zone right here. Okay, I would say it's a high possibility that we come down to the 280, 290 range in the near future. Okay, if the market dips, this should come down for a proper sell-off, but then knowing Baba, it's going to try and rip again. All right, so this is how I would view it. Now, obviously, the other thing is you got to see that OBV has been making steady higher highs here, right? And you know, RSI is properly cooled off here, and then now back up. So it's actually due for another correction down here. So I would say low-key, Baba might be bearish in the short term, and then we can take off more in the future after a corrective dip here. That's what I would say. I hope that helped out. Welcome into the stream, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. We are at 108 likes today, so I would really hope that we can get to maybe 120. You think we can get to 120, guys? Let's see. T, what do you think about Zoom? You think it's going to keep going, or is it going to reject? I don't know. Let's have a look. Break out of this nice descending here. Yeah, man. Looks like a rejection up here, to be honest. Well, must be some kind of a fib up here for sure. Let's have a look. Actually, on the contrary, Zoom can keep going to 572 here before getting rejection. There's a chance. Oh, never mind. It's already at 571. Just kidding. Yep, a big rejection zone up here. You can see that, right? This is your golden pocket here. Expect a rejection. Right here. Boom, down. It will make sense. I think everything's aligning towards the market selling off today, in my opinion. Everything's aligning towards it. Thanks, no problem. Piton just put out retail call as well. Yep. TSM October 23rd. With a bullish streak expiring. Da 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 da. Boom boom boom. Da 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 da. Morning. How you feel about cat? Okay, great. Let's see here. Piton. TSM. Okay, TSM October 23rd. $90 calls. TSM October 23rd. $90 calls. Oh wow. I see. I mean, I see what you're doing. I see the bounce here. I see the bounce play. Kind of risky, low key, but yeah, it's up to 88. So I would say it's a decent play. That's what I would say. I would say it's a decent play. I see that, but what's concerning to me is this dropping volume, right? That's what's concerning to me. Look at this volume dropping out. People are selling the shares actually. You can see the volume flowing out, right? So, yeah. That's my concern with TSM. Would a bullish swing expiring November 20th month ride with the ARC or what? Safer this week? I would say so. Yep. UPS. All right. So two people asking the same. Oh, it's the same thing again. Upcoming online deliveries like never before. UPS 1120 180 calls. 180 calls. Yeah, possibly. I mean, geez, this stock is crazy. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point, right? You know, the fact that the stock's gone so crazy kind of makes me want to believe like the risk to reward ratios on the downside here. You know, taking this to the downside here would be an interesting play, to be honest. But let's look at where these fibs are going to actually end up here. I'm actually kind of curious to see where this would lead. Looking at this as the top here, spanning these out. I would say, you know, a retracement here would be nice. No, I'm not extremely bullish on UPS, just gonna say that. Netflix 545 calls for 1023. I feel like I went through Netflix already, but I'll go through it again. Yeah, sure. Sure. Why not? It's still bullish. Nice bounce. Yeah, I would say that's okay. Ooh, 4 minutes till market opens here. TUC potential XOM. I actually jumped into XOM January calls, 35 calls, like on Friday. So let's see where it goes. I jumped in them because I think that the stock's extremely oversold. Yeah, so I jumped into XOM 35 calls. Also was thinking about doing an iron condor if it goes back in here, but let's see. Run. Yeah, this is another one. I like Sunrun, but be careful of that one, Silvana. Go have a look at the IVs of those contracts, super high. So be careful. You don't want to be buying contracts that are super high IV. Can we get a smash of the one last time with the like button? Can we get 4 more likes? I would really, really love you guys if we could get 4 more likes. 120 likes, that would be dope. CRM. I already went through CRM, bro. I went through CRM. Good morning. How do you feel about CBAT? CBAT. Nope, not touching this. Sorry. It's one of those that are, you know, probably less than 10 billion market cap, and at the same time, very, you know, these kinds of charts, you want to stay away from them. Pump and dump. Be extremely careful. Save your money and put it into quality plays, man. Don't be playing stuff like that. 119, yeah, 1 more like, that would be dope. And we can head out here. Oof, yes, thank you very much, guys. 120 likes for today. We hit our goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say, you guys have a great day, great Monday. Make sure you drink lots of coffee. It's going to, be a great day today. Markets look like, they will probably, show us some interesting setups, so we will try to play it. And I want to say, be cool and trade lightly, as I said. And I'll see you guys for the webinar tomorrow. How to play ER run-ups. I'll go through basically my top 5 things that I'm looking for in the ER run-up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the live stream. So peace out till then. Be back for Wednesday for NIO's fundamental analysis and the intrinsic value. Peace out, guys. Have a great day.